Today we're going to be talking about a last episode of Rockos Modern Life that apparently Joe Murray himself made. Did it bar anybody? All I can say is that this episode is filled with all the cliches you've grown to love, including hyper-realism. Seriously, let's try to sneak that into a Game Boy game where we're at, because it's so realistic. Besides that though, the story is stock, there was no explanation to why Filbert is dead, and why Joe would ever have this episode to be produced to begin with. And don't forget the pointless blood and gore being thrown in to be edgy and scary. In 1995, I was a newly hired intern at Nickelodeon Animation Studios. I got a chance to work very closely with Joe Murray, who was the creator of one of my favorite cartoons, Rockos Modern Life. When I found out that I would be viewing the new episodes before they aired, of course I was ecstatic. He told me of the plans for the upcoming episodes of the show, and showed me some early sketches of the characters that the children of that era, along with myself, and surely some parents, have all come to know and love. The first few episodes I had screened were great, and I always bragged to my friends, who were also fans of the show. But then one day, things seemed a bit off. Joe looked exhausted and hurriedly handed me the tape before going home, claiming to feel sick. I shrugged it off and put the tape into the VCR, wondering what shenanigans Rocco and his friends would get into this time. But when the title card came up, I was shocked to say the least. The card read, Filbert's funeral, and Rocco and Heifer were huddled over the shell of the lovably awkward turtle. His shell had several scratches and was stained with blood. The episode itself started with Rocco sitting on the couch in his living room, which was unusually messy and swarming with flies. Spunky was slowly walking across the living room, looking unusually thin, weakly barking at Rocco. There was no sound but a soft static noise, and instead of the usual perky pastel colors, the overly vivid hues blended into each other, giving everything a morbid, chaotic look. The silence continued until the episode was about a minute in, but was broken when the phone rang in a distorted tone. "Hello?" Rocco asked, in an unnervingly monotonous tone. The soft sound of another voice could be heard on the other line, and for a single frame, an image appeared, but was gone before I could get a good look. "Yes, I understand. Tuesday at 3. Right," he said in the same tone before hanging up. The camera zoomed in to show his face in disturbing detail, and he silently mouthed the word Filbert before starting to cry. The image flashed again, and my already heavy heart skipped a beat when I saw what it was. Filbert was drawn in a hyper-realistic manner, his eyes gone, and blood oozing from the deep scratches on his fly and maggot-ridden face. Rocco started screaming Filbert's name, the word getting louder and louder with each cry. Heifer then entered, in his normal happy manner. "Hey Rocco, what?" His silence ended abruptly, and he looked at Rocco for maybe 30 seconds in silence, then directly at the camera for the next 30. Rocco then coldly said, "Filbert's dead." Heifer then went into hysterics, but not in the normal cartoonish way of his. He sounded genuinely pained, and it was hurting me to see this, to hear the beloved characters in this horrible state. The screen faded to black, and soon cut to the inside of a funeral home. The characters were all inside sobbing, the sounds of them all filling the screening room. It zoomed in on the same shot of Filbert, and stayed there for the remainder of the video. After seeing this, I sat in shock for a moment before getting violently sick. This episode was fortunately never aired, but it still haunts my dreams till this day.